Hello, everyone out there on YouTube and on the internet. I'm Damon. This is my mom, Cynthia.
Hi.
We're here to help you beat foreclosure. So we're already on our 5th video in our series. We're rocking and rolling here.
Right.
We're having fun. I hope that you guys are enjoying the content too. I have an important question to ask Mom. Mom, what do you think of my wardrobe? What do you think of my new shirt?
Well, I love it because we realized we were shooting several of these videos in sequence and we had the same outfit on. And I said, Damon, everybody's going to think we have one set of clothing. So I approve. I think
There's
this
nothing
is
wrong with that. So, I don't know if it's contrasting or a little clashy. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good though.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, so we've had 4 previous videos kind of going through the whole process of...
We suggest you watch those before you watch this one. If you can, go back.
And if you haven't liked or subscribed on the YouTube page, please do so. And refer us, share us over the internet with your friends and family. That would be amazing.
If you know anybody who is in danger of foreclosure, have them look at some of the videos. Hopefully we'll answer a lot of their questions and then maybe we can talk with them. That would be wonderful. We would appreciate the referral too.
So the first video we kind of talked about if you try to do things on your own.
Yes.
That was the first one.
Right. Well, to pay it off, if you can get money from people in your family or whatever, and best thing to do is if you're behind in your mortgage payments and you can figure out some way to get the money, pay it off. That's the first thing. Then the second thing would be, of course, to try to sell it yourself so you can save all of the commissions and everything. But there are a lot of people that have tried that, and with this crazy market right now, they could not sell their house. So the next thing we suggest that you do before you would even contact us would be to try to have a loan modification. That's quite a process. We did one video on that, so you should look at that and even call us in the midst of that if you're having trouble with it.
We have a ton of lenders that we can help you with in our network.
And there's a difference between doing a refinance and doing a loan modification, and there are lots of things that if you go back and look at that, that's wonderful. Do it. If you can do that and get approval and modify your loan, that's the best thing for you and your family, and you should try that. But then the next thing is to try to probably get somebody who will make you a cash offer. And that was what our last video was about, and what the numbers are, how lenders, well, really investors, determine what kind of money you will receive, why you get those numbers, what are the variables involved in that, your location, back taxes, how much money you're in arrears, how much work needs to be done on the house, what are the comps in your area. There's just a lot of things that have to all come together to come up with a particular price.
And most of the time that number, sometimes there's a little shell shock for people when that number comes out and they say, oh, you're lowballing us. It's a classic lowball. Well, there's a reason why that number is coming in lower.
Right. So at this point, and then the other thing that's happening is that supposedly by a month from now is when all those moratoriums are going to set in on the forbearance, that you had for a couple of years due to COVID. And we understand people got sick, family members died, companies closed, you lost your job. It goes on and on. Look at right now. We're having, I find, just unbelievable weather and tornadoes and hurricanes and trains derailing and everything that could possibly go wrong. Gas prices are crazy and inflation is off the chart. Prices at the grocery store, at the gas station. In the meantime, home prices are coming down. So it's a very unusual time and set of circumstances right now. One of the things that we wanted to do was talk about, and we haven't mentioned this yet, but I don't know if you can bring those up, Damon, on the screen.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
The whole emotional part of this, and you want to work with somebody who understands this whole process.
Hopefully you guys can see that on your screen now. I think, yeah, I think you're able to see it. But yeah, I mean, definitely a whole range of emotions that you can be going through.
The worst one is, the first one is denial,
Mm.
because you put your head in the ground, you think things are going to get better, and they absolutely don't. It's Murphy's Law. It only gets worse. So
There it says right there must be a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lose my home.
And then when you have gotten, all of a sudden, maybe you're hearing from the loan officer, or you've been getting a letter of intent, and you are moving towards foreclosure, a lot of people get angry. And we understand that. What if this is the home that you've been in your entire marriage? Or what if it's your grandparents' home? There's a lot of emotion involved with this, and we get it.
Yeah, you can see it says, why is this happening to me? It's not fair. Those greedy banks are to blame. There is some truth to that. And even
Unfortunately.
through the pandemic, the numbers of people that were drinking, like they're angry. So a lot of people turned to alcohol.
And the
Like
divorce rate went sky high during the whole pandemic. So it's been extraordinary. The number, we used one statistic of 384,000 plus foreclosures took place last year. It's expecting to go higher this year. And there are tons of big company layoffs.
Twilio.
Twilio.
We had that list that we mentioned on the other video. Tesla, I think you brought up.
Yes. Lots of the big high-tech companies are letting off tens of thousands of people. That means more people are not going to be able to pay their mortgage. So there are so many variables here that it's crazy. So then the next stage here that you will experience all of these things. The next one is bargaining. You just think, gosh, if I really work hard, if I get a second job or a third job, I mean, a lot of people are already working 2 jobs. The bank will understand.
There aren't enough hours in the day, right?
Right. And the banks won't understand. They talk numbers.
So in the quote there, it says, maybe if I work really hard and tell the bank about my hardship, they'll let me keep the house. Unfortunately, with them, it's a lot of times very cut and dry.
Yeah, it's all just a formula that they plug in. You don't pay, you're going to lose your house.
Well, and we found out through the time that our company's been in existence, I won't mention the bank, but we've also found that certain banks, because they don't want a repeat of '08, actually are taking all of those risky loans and selling them off. They don't even have them on the books anymore.
Right.
It's too much risk for them, so they're just selling them off on Wall Street or selling them to investors.
And they don't care if you lose your home. That's sad but true. And then the next thing that comes is when you're trying everything that you can do, you actually are going to be depressed. It's a very depressing time. And I think staying hopeful, being around people that are positive and that can offer you suggestions and who care is so important right now. Not only for just people in foreclosure, but just in relationships and how you're going to survive what's coming up in 2023. I think we're having some hard times.
The last few years have been incredible. I mean, really about all the way back to 2020 when, what was it, February or March, when the pandemic started with the lockdown and everything. It's been a horrendous 2 or 3 years for a lot of people. So,
Right.
And again, people need to understand they're not alone. You're not alone out there going through this. And depression is a very normal feeling. We all go through different phases in life.
Right.
It's how we respond to it.
And that takes you to this last level, is acceptance. Is what the heck can I do about this? Let me try to get information. That's what we're trying to provide you. Grab the bull by the horns here. And can we 100% guarantee you that it'll all come out roses for you? No, but we can certainly refer you to people, put numbers together, make suggestions. I can help with the design standpoint. Damon can help with the financing and the real estate part, and try to come up with something that will be a win for you and an okay win for us too, because we feel terribly when we are not able to help somebody, actually.
Yeah, so it says in quotes there, this is really happening. I wonder if there's anything I can do about it. And just to reiterate what Mom is saying, that's what we're here for, and that's what we specialize in. We deal with all different types of situations and clients all day long, so we would love to be able to talk to you. Don't be afraid to pick up that phone, to make that phone call. We're about as down to earth as it gets. So.
Well, we're going to let you know what we know to be true, what you can expect, and help you through some of the things that really take some thought, some care, some planning, a little prayer, and some luck sometimes. But all that is a good combination. And so we would like to really have a one-on-one, maybe do a Zoom call with you. Normally we can't give you numbers over the phone or in a Zoom call unless we're able to actually see your piece of property, see what the title, if there are any liens, the taxes, your loan situation. So it takes a little bit of time. And the important thing here is, if you are in pre-foreclosure, you've already gotten a letter of intent. And so your time amount starts closing down. You've got about, just a couple of months before they're going to, if you don't get it resolved, your house will be listed and go into auction.
And it happens, faster than people think too.
Yes.
We were looking on the internet and they say it's a 200-day timeline.
Is approximately from the day you missed your first
6 months,
payment.
A little over 6 months.
Yes, until you could have your house taken from you and you get evicted. That's the last stage. You want to be depressed. That's depressing. So it's worth an all-American fight and a good try to maintain at least. Maybe you won't make money, but maybe you won't lose everything that you've put into it, making all those payments for X number of years. That's what we would like to do, is so that you could come out of it with, at least you can put first and last on an apartment and get your family safe, or be able to make a move, have money to get back to Ohio or wherever you're going to go, where you have family, whatever your next stage is. And we don't know that until we talk to you. So
the other thing that we guarantee is that you're going to be talking to us. I mean, I think that's a huge thing.
Yes.
I mean, there are a lot of really big companies out there where you could just be another number, and it's just the two of us right now. Sure, we've got a big network, but when you make that phone call, it will be Mom or me on the phone talking to you.
That's the good news and the bad news.
Together. I can't guarantee I'm going to wear this shirt to our first meeting, but no, it'll be the two of us that you're dealing with. So that's what we're trying to do here, is just get the information out there, letting people get to know us a little bit, trying to have a little bit of fun in what can be a pretty
depressing and despondent period of time. And we'll do everything we can to help you or to guide you, get you to the right people if we're not able to handle your particular set of circumstances. We don't have a 100% guarantee that we can solve all your problems, but it would be so fun and interesting. We'd love to meet you and see what we can do to get your path in a different direction and corrected, and hopefully make your family less terrified, because that's what I think foreclosure is. I think it's a terrifying thing.
We're here to help you beat foreclosure. Do us a favor, on the link below there's a little subscribe button. Hit that notification bell, tell your friends and family about us. Refer us, please. We're huge on referrals, so
yes.
I mean, we're the next best thing to a mom and pops. We're a mom and son company.
There you go.
Yeah, so anyway, we would love to help you. Reach out. As I've said before, on that contact tab is my cell phone number, is my personal email. Shoot me a text, shoot me an email. Hit the button if you want to schedule a Zoom call. We can do any of that. Whatever you're comfortable with, we would love to get to know you and see how we can help you.
And especially send us questions, because we don't know what you're thinking. We don't know what it is that we might be missing or not including information in this particular series that we're doing. So let's talk and let's get some information from you and get your questions. We're really anxious and eager to meet you.
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video. Let's beat foreclosure together.